Hey gang, thank you firstly for tuning in to our first video. This will probably be a multi-session video, kind of an introduction to who we are and what we want this channel to grow to be. I decided to get out, take a little walk around the nature preserve nearby. I figure, you know what better time to do it. So come on, join me and let's go for a little walk. Good. So, full disclosure, I have no script, no plan of what I'm going to say. Just basically going for a little walk through the nature preserve. Wanted to get out, get some air, check out the scene. Not a whole lot to see, actually. And then just kind of talk to you guys about what we want this channel to become. We want to make it more of a community, not just two guys standing up here telling you what exercises to do and when to do them. We're not going to pretend to be group fitness instructors and stand up here and say, do this exercise. Yeah, you know what? There's enough of those channels. There's people that are really good at doing that. Not to say that we couldn't do that, but there's enough people to do that. It's not our niche. Our thing is more, we want to be able to make this for the every man and every woman. Something you can learn with and grow with. As the channel grows, we want people to come along for the journey and kind of learn the steps for fitness and wellness. It's not a one-size-fits-all program, so we want to continue to kind of change it. So every time you come in, you're going to learn something, no matter where you are in your fitness journey. You could have been doing this for 20 plus years, be an avid exerciser. There's going to be things that you don't know. There's things that we don't know as well, and we're going to continue to learn and provide that information to you as we get it as well. I don't want this channel to just be two guys telling you all kinds of technical information. It's boring. There's enough information out there on the internet. I want this to be, again, a community, but something you can get some entertainment from as well. Obviously, this video is far from entertaining, I'm sure. But again, it's more of a meet and greet. Get out of the house, go for a little walk around this beautiful land trust. It'll be nice in the summertime. Obviously, not so much now. So I found some decent lighting. I'm going to stop here and just talk for just a little bit about myself, first of all, because in any introduction, I'm going to need to start off with, who we are and exactly why we think that we could give you advice that you would want to follow. So this video is a collaboration with myself and my friend Ian. I've known him since we were both in college together studying exercise science at Ball State. My fitness journey and kind of my passion started about 5 years before I decided to go back to college, though. I had been in the military and I knew how to exercise. I just had not been doing it at all. I didn't run, didn't exercise, didn't even move. I got up to about 260 pounds. I decided that enough was enough. So I started exercising, cutting my calories back, and dropped about 80 pounds. The bad thing about that is I did that in about 9 months. Way too much, way too fast, not healthy, not sustainable. I yo-yoed. I got down to about 165 pounds, went back up to about 205. Didn't change anything. Didn't change my diet, didn't change my exercise routine. I was just yo-yoing, and my body just had no idea where homeostasis was. So I had a lot of friends, a lot of family asking me, Jody, hey, what's the secret? How did you lose all that weight? And I knew enough to not tell them what I did. It was the wrong way to go about it. So I did a little bit of research, and I ended up getting my first personal training certification back in it was 2008. I started doing fitness boot camps. I started working on other people attaining their fitness goals, kind of put myself on the back burner maybe. And I realized that that was my passion, of helping other people achieve their goals. So we fast forward a few years. I'm working at a factory. It was kind of dangerous, kind of hot, kind of gross, 10-hour shifts, hated my life. But I was doing these fitness boot camps and training people on the side as kind of my passion. It was my only hobby. I'd only charge just enough to make ends meet, pay for my gas, pay for my equipment, and it kept me going. It was the thing that I really had a passion for. I had an accident at work, cut my finger really bad, and got put on workman's compensation. So I was getting paid to not do my job. So obviously I couldn't do my side gig, or doing these fitness boot camps. So I realized what was keeping me going, what my true passion was. Why was I working at this job that I absolutely hated when I had this thing that I absolutely loved on the side? So I said, you know what, enough's enough. At 40 years old, I dropped everything, went back to college full-time, jumped back in with both feet, ended up getting my degree, like I said before, in exercise science. Once I got that degree, I kind of wanted to test what I could do with that degree, what fields were open to me, not just personal training. Maybe I could, grow this into something a lot more. So I did a little bit of dabbling in certain things. I did a little bit of cardiac rehab as an internship. I did another practicum, and part of my internship doing a physical therapy technician. And I realized that the clinical setting was not for me. It's not where my passion lied. I absolutely loved helping people on their fitness journey. So I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back to doing personal training. So I took a giant $16 an hour pay cut, went back to doing what I love doing, and haven't looked back since. I've worked in several places, different franchises, non-for-profit places, continued to work for myself this entire time with, under this certain fitness name, and I absolutely love it. Then one day I had an idea that, you know what, I could reach a lot more people if I decided to start this YouTube channel. But I didn't want to make it just for myself. I wanted somebody to come along with me, have another person to bounce ideas off that has maybe a similar background to me that I know I would agree with, and that we could, see eye to eye on a lot of the things that we talk about, but also had a little bit of a different background that could maybe, again, just bounce ideas off of and say, you know what, let's do it this way, or let's change things, X, Y, and Z. So with that, I present to you Ian, and he'll tell you a little bit about himself.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Ian. I'm one of Jody's buddies, and I'm the other half of Certain Fitness right now. And like he said, this is unscripted for me as well. Just kind of giving you guys an introduction of myself, as I just put some food in a smoker, so I'm watching that. Nothing great for scenery, but I got started with exercise while I was in high school. I played sports all throughout high school. Really enjoyed that. Went into school as a phys ed major, and I didn't really want to teach like that, especially with, not a fan of working with younger kids, but I wanted to be able to still develop athletes while they were young before they developed too many bad habits. So I switched into exercise science, thinking maybe go into strength conditioning or something like that. And I ended up thinking, oh, maybe while I was in undergrad, I worked at a physical therapy clinic, I worked at a pool, and I saw different aspects of exercise science. And as I was going through, I was actually taking a summer biology class. I was retaking it when I met Jody, and we had some classes throughout undergrad, and we stayed in touch all these years. And I went into my master's program. I went to Arizona State and got a master's degree in exercise and wellness, and got some experience in a laboratory setting. Worked with college athletes, Division I women's hockey players. That program was just starting at that time, and now I'm working PRN at a hospital in the cardiac rehab department. Just another aspect of exercise that I hadn't been a part of before, and now I'm touching on, and I absolutely love that job. I can't say I've had a exercise related job that I haven't loved, but it's just something that I thoroughly enjoy. It makes me feel good that I'm helping people get back from where they were at probably one of the low points in their life, and trying to be able to build them back up, give them some confidence, and try to help them get it back to where they were or beyond from before their cardiac event. Everything I love doing in exercise, it's all back to, I want to help people be the best that they can be. While I was at Arizona State, I spent all 3 years while I was there teaching undergraduate level kinesiology class, And with that, it was showing people the basics of why our body moves the way it does and how to best accommodate that through exercise, and looking at, if this muscle's not working properly, what it might look like or how we can improve it. And one of the things I found out while I was teaching is talking's not my strong suit. So especially unscripted like this, I stumble over myself all the time, and hopefully it's one of the things that this is going to help me work on, just being able to talk about stuff I'm passionate about without stuttering too much or whatever, tripping over my words. And I think it's important for you guys that you see what we're like in everyday life. We're probably not going to take a million takes to find, this is the perfect video. It's not what we're about. We want to see that you guys see that we're normal people too, and we're trying to figure this whole YouTube thing out with you guys, and we appreciate that you guys are taking this step with us and going on this adventure with us. Aside from exercise, I've got 3 dogs right now, and one of them absolutely loves to go for walks. I walk my dog probably 5-6 times a day, just because that's what she wants. Not so much that I want to go for the walks, but it's good for both of us.